Break it down! And that's a bitch.
Welcome to the Unimaginary Friendcast. This is episode 300. We made it.
We're doing an episode?
I guess so. Isn't that why we're set up in our garage here? This is a very, very special episode. We've only had 3 centennial episodes.
Welcome to the 100th episode Extravaganza.
Today is our 200th episode. Now 300. We are outfitted. We are geared up.
Stick your chest out, Erin.
Woo! Would everyone like to introduce the shirts that they have on?
Got a duck.
I have human beings are like cockroaches on God's heavenly kitchen floor fighting over a lima bean.
And mine has our podcast's favorite word.
What is that?
Bitch.
Yeah. So we're feeling good. We have the most special episode to share with you to date. Thanks to our generous patrons from our Patreon account. Cheers to you.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Thank you.
We were able to fly Sir David across the country from West Coast studio to East Coast studio.
Welcome, David.
Hi, what's this for?
So we have spent the entire week together in the city of brotherly love of Philadelphia, and we've done just about everything you can do here. We've eaten just about everything you could eat in this city.
I think that's more accurate. We haven't done everything you can do here. We've eaten just about everything you can eat here.
Then why am I
Correct.
still hungry?
Because you're a bottomless pit.
So we have filmed all of that for you and more. There will be a special guest appearance. There is just a ton of great surprises. So we're excited for 300.
We're interrupting this program with breaking news.
Bitch.
Our breaking news is this entire episode. So we're going to fast forward.
What?
Yes. Just wait, everybody. And our gold star we're actually saving to the end of this podcast because it's also very special and a big surprise.
You're blowing my mind right now, Erin.
So hold on to your bippies. Let's get into episode 300.
Get the fuck out of here!
David, how was it to fly across the country? What was your first impression of Philadelphia?
I like it because I remember when I first met you guys, I was like, are people nice in Philadelphia? And without me finishing the sentence, both of you guys said, no, they're not nice. And people have been nothing but nice to me. People who working in the airports, people on the streets are all very helpful, and everybody's been very nice.
Well, they weren't nice. I feel like
Yeah.
they've gotten more nice, if that makes any sense.
For context, I remember when we lived in Philadelphia, we flew to Salt Lake City, Utah, walked into a post office, and spent the next 30 minutes talking about how nice people were in contrast to how terrible people are in Philly.
Because the person at the counter offered to help us. And that was something we'd never experienced in Philadelphia.
Yeah, they're like,
before.
how's your day?
That often happens in LA too.
So
where you're like, what?
Things have changed. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we've changed.
Maybe we have
Well,
changed.
you guys have changed. If people could see how bougie you guys are now, they live in a very beautiful suburban home where the Grace Kelly mansion, the mansion Grace Kelly grew up in, is a 2-minute walk away. It's right. You could see it from their front yard. It's the house where Grace Kelly grew up in.
Who's that?
She was... She became the Princess of Monaco, and little known fact, the reason why she was chosen out of all the actresses in Hollywood at the time was because her family was the only one that could afford the $2 million dowry.
Woo! Dowry.
Prince Rainier, who Marilyn Monroe called Prince Reindeer, wanted to marry Marilyn Monroe, but she didn't have any money. I mean, she had money, but not $2 million. It was a good trip, and I really like Philadelphia. I would prefer to live in Philadelphia than New York. New York can suck it.
And David, across the street from the Grace Kelly mansion was a playground. And you told me you hadn't swung on a swing since you were a little kid.
I don't think I've swung on a swing, well, since I was in my 40s in the 1980s.
So like when you were a kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in Philadelphia for the American Ninja Warrior course. Next up is Erin Marie Betty Davis Jr. Go! Look at her. Look at that dexterity. No other woman has survived the course this far yet. Look at her go. Look at her go. Look at her. Do you see that grace and agility? She is a modern day princess warrior. Here we go. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. body strength is unparalleled within the Ninja Games. Oh, this is the death trap that no other woman has yet to conquer. And here she goes, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to Las Vegas for the Nationals. Yay! If there is a playground nearby, go to the playground and you'll feel better. I guarantee it.
Kick a little kid off the swing, jump on. Actually, I went up to the swing set recently and WD-40'd all the hinges so it doesn't squeak
You
anymore.
really did that?
Yep.
That's what a dad
Oh my
does.
God, that is such a dad move.
Yeah, I got some applause from the mothers and nannies that were there with
Were
their
you just trying to
children.
impress the local moms?
Hey, I think I
Hey,
impressed
hey.
the crap out of everyone.
All right. So that night, it was pizza night. We had 2 different kinds of pizzas. One from Scranton, Old Forge Pizza, and we had
Scranton.
pizza from Philly, like from a famous Philly establishment. Santucci's.
Dude, there was East Coast drama about these
Listen,
pizzas.
They put sauce on top of the cheese.
They did. That's true.
Is that bad?
My worst nightmare. Yes.
I'm telling you, their friend brought it, and it literally got tense. She's like, "This is what you brought? This isn't fresh tomato pie." And he's like, "Listen, lady, you don't know what I've been through. You hey yo whoa."
Our mukbang is beginning. David is in Philly. This pizza is from Old Forge, Pennsylvania, which is one of the pizza capitals of the world. David has never had it. It is Erin Marie Betty Davis Jr.'s childhood pizza. She believes it's the best pizza in the world, and these folks are going to help me decide if that's true.
First of all, I didn't know there was a pizza capital of the world outside of Italy. There was a Philly pizza fight. You don't know pizza. That's not right pizza. You don't know pizza.
Yeah.
I know pizza because you don't know pizza.
We got this imposter. It's supposed to be fresh tomato pie, but it's marinara on top of the cheese. So we're going to taste that as well.
Ooh, it already smells. It smells really good. It smells like good bread and good cheese. Ooh, look at the cheese.
It's not mozzarella.
Look at the mozzarella. Hey.
David's mukbanging some pizza, Old Forge pizza.
This is a creamy cheese.
It's really good bread and creamy cheese. It's just really good, and it's buttery and cheesy, and it's really good. How do I
All right, David. This is going to try
And
Santucci's famous marinara on top shit pizza.
All right, so I say which is better? It smells good. Oh, it smells.
What'd you just say?
It smells. There's an Italian seasoning, which I don't know Italian seasoning, but it smells Italian-y.
Okay.
Oregano?
It's the tanginess of the tomato is good. This would be amazing with meat on it. They're both really good and tasty. This one's a little bit better.
Woo!
He didn't get it at Domino's because you don't know
winner.
good pizza. He knows good pizza. You don't know good
You
pizza.
did it, Old Forge. You did it.
Speaking of pizza,
Pizza, pizza, pizza. Just goes to show you on the East Coast, there's always a problem. Always.
it's a good point. It's either that or like a SEPTA train is crashing.
Yeah.
And you won over the heart of baby Cora very quickly. Little Valor.
Little baby Cora.
Yeah, David, she
That's
was
true.
skeptical at first, and then David started giggling maniacally at her.
She loves
and she
that.
immediately softened up and fell in love.
But I will say she's crazier than I am because she has, when we sit in the car, she has a mirror. She actually demands to have a mirror on her at all times so she can look at herself. She started giggling like a crazy person and then choking and looking at herself choke. And so she's a little bit crazier than I am.
She does anything she needs to do for attention. I wonder where she gets that.
She's a handful, and she's a rapscallion. She likes to joke, and yeah, she's gonna be a handful.
Great.
Now I want scallion pancakes.
I want scallion pancakes too.
So the next day we continued our mukbang. We went to the food epicenter of Philadelphia, which is South Philly. We tried our cheesesteak mukbang, which was Pat's versus Geno's. Those are the 2 most touristy, famous cheesesteak places in Philly.
The results were surprising to me. Steak with or without onions? Do we want grilled onions? Hello. I'll have it with grilled onions, please. With American cheese. And I got my money, and I'll shut up now.
If you ask a local Philadelphian what the best cheesesteak location is, I'm not sure if you would get either one of these.
Geno's has like the thicker cuts of steak, and the Pat's has the more minced meat. So I think that's the major difference so far.
And Erin told me they're mortal enemies and they will fight each other if they get within 10 feet. But they're literally like 20 feet away from each other.
All right, this is the Pat's.
All right.
This is what it looks like. Okay.
Yes.
It's a little greasy.
Good.
Okay. I mean, it's cheesy meat, so it tastes good.
It's a little watery.
So I'm gonna just grab a piece of the Geno's, which is like slabbier.
I like the thicker cuts of meat of the Geno's, and the bread is just a little tastier for some reason.
I like Geno's better.
I think I'm going to agree. There's just more flavor all around.
The Pat's is not that flavorful. We weren't impressed with Pat's and Geno's, so we had to try what we keep hearing to be the #1 cheesesteak place in Philadelphia, which is Jim's on South Street. So let's see how that one went. It's definitely minced up. It's got a lot of onions. I think American cheese on here.
It smells good.
Cheers.
Cheers. We were told by our longtime listener, longtime harasser, CB actor traveler, if we didn't eat at Jim's, he'd kick our asses. So here we go.
It smells good.
It smells really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
There's a good. It's seasoned throughout. I think, but it's seasoned better.
It's really good. It's way better than Pat's and Geno's.
Yeah, it is.
What?
You can't visit Philly without having Hoagies.
Hoagies.
So we also had a Hoagie mukbang. I did some research. We went down to one of the most famous establishments for Italian hoagies in Philly.
Hoagies. It was good. The assembly line was funny and it was intimidating because it's like every seeing when we grow up on the West Coast and we see everything about the East Coast. It's like, hey, you come on next, you go, and like they're like it's an assembly line behind the counter and they're doing it perfectly and they just look at you like, what do you want?
I asked them to do it exactly the way like everyone loves them. So we got like a very traditional Philly hoagie. And we felt like we needed something to compare it to, so we dropped by our local.
At the Wawa to get some water and some throwing batteries.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're from Philly, you're probably like, you should have gone to this place or that place. But Wawa's so famous as like the 7-Eleven of this area, so we decided to get a Wawa sandwich. And the results, well, I think you probably can guess.
All right, I'm going to show you how to order at Wawa. We're going to have a cold hoagie. We don't want to toast it. We want it to be Italian, a classic roll. Provolone, oil, and vinegar, lettuce, tomato. You don't want onion, right?
No onion, please.
No onion. So let's print our order.
I worked at a place with Nathan where there were thousands of Philadelphians and they fucking lose their mind over the Wawa. They talk about the Wawa and one guy brought in Wawa coffee and I don't drink it because I would have drank it. And I said to Erin and Nathan, is Wawa coffee great? And they're like, no, it's shit.
It's just drip coffee. But I'm also not from Philly, so I think that I'm not the honest opinion here. Let's see our hoagie mukbang.
I'm a bang, 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 mukbang bitch.
Wawa Ricci's.
The Ricci's bun looks homemade. The Wawa's looks like it's shipped in.
I'm going to try Ricci's first.
Yeah, me too. Here we go, yeah.
I want to point out that Erin is obsessed with hoagies, Italian hoagies.
Italian hoagies.
Like it's
Not all hoagies.
one of her favorite foods.
You can taste a little bit of tang of the meats and
This is a
creaminess.
really good hoagie.
The creaminess of the mayo and the softness, yes, the homemadiness of the bread.
I think I'm ready to try the Wawa.
All right, everybody pick up your Wawa.
This is a joke. What is this shit? This is supposed to be an Italian hoagie.
There goes our Wawa sponsorship.
It tastes like nothing. The
Just
bread
a
is
little
dry.
bit. Yeah, I'm not even gonna eat the bread on the Wawa because it's not worth it.
I agree. You know what? Fuck the bread.
just gonna eat the
It's not
meat.
as bad as they're saying. Richie's is
It's
way better.
fine. It's fine. It's okay.
The Wawas taste like something a white mother would make for their kids in the 70s and be like, eat it, shut up and take it to school and eat it, get out of here. You have to have good bread for a sandwich. You have to really take time. The Wawas, they have it shipped in from God knows where.
I can't say that hoagies aren't my favorite sandwich.
I can't say that Hoagies
I think my belly's a little full of cheesesteak stuff.
You're full? Yours are full?
No, hell no.
You guys are wimps.
I want another hoagie.
I can't say that Hoagies are my favorite sandwich either, but right now it is. I want another one.
I'm a little offended. My husband doesn't like hoagies that much.
But you like it right now, don't you, Nathan?
But
It's fine.
But as he's eating this, it made him think about how he doesn't really like hoagies.
Is that a deal breaker? You can stay married.
I don't know.
I like this Ricci's enough to go back and order a different flavor too.
What? Are you crazy?
What do you mean a different flavor?
No, I want the Italian. I want. Cool it, hey!
Get out of here, Dave.
whoa!
Get out of here.
I want the Italian, but I want to taste what else they have too. Is that wrong? Am I wrong? We have one more
me?
course to our meal that Erin hasn't shown.
Yes, it's a tasty cake, but we're in Philadelphia. Tasty cakes are from Philadelphia. So we got, I'm sure this is very fresh, right from the bakery. Tasty cake, a butterscotch crimpet.
Mmm.
I am not gonna finish that. I don't like it.
That's unheard of. All right, wait.
I'm gonna fuck you to my butterscotch crimpet. I remember you loving these at one point. I think my tastes have just sophisticated so much.
She's got class.
She'll
now.
only eat dark chocolate from the Sea of Italy.
And it has to be 85% or more.
I'll tell you what I will do is I'm gonna eat this last bite of Ricci's and pretend like I never had that crimpet.
Do you want to split this, David?
Woo! I miss Ricci's. That's all I want to be eating right now, and I can't believe.
If we drive by,
We're not
let's get
eating
another
that.
one.
It was okay. I mean,
Oh.
it was better than Wawa's, but, hoagies, whatever.
This might end the podcast.
I'm hungry for one now. I'll tell you that much.
I would eat a hoagie now.
So we had to finish out all of the carb fest that we had with some, what was it?
Water ice! Hey yo, whoa, hey yo! This is John's. Apparently it's the best water ice in the city, so we're gonna find out now.
We're going to find out.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey!
I ain't never had water ice before, and I'm wondering why they call it water ice. Because like, what else do you make ice out of? But here we go. It's cherry on top, so we're gonna taste it. All right, here we go. I've never had it before. It's a cherry Slurpee.
We got mango and vanilla.
Not my
and
first choice, but we got
mango. Listen, it's good.
This isn't bad.
It's not any better than Rita's though.
it. No, Rita's is better.
Do you want to try it?
Oh,
Do you like it? She
likes it.
Maybe before you leave, we should try Rita's.
If we
Just
pass
for.
by.
It's right over by Chris's house, so.
Man,
Oh. When
we might have to do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
This is
Oh,
spontaneous
surprise, surprise.
planning right now. This is
Right
beyond
now.
our schedule that was planned out by our manager.
This is magic happening.
We're gonna try to redeem our bad experience at John's, right?
Yeah, it's Rita's all the way.
David, what flavor are you gonna get?
I think I'm getting juicy pear, but I can't see the different flavors of custard.
It's just chocolate and vanilla, man.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were living in a free country.
I feel bad throwing a local establishment like John's under the bus for a chain like Rita's, but this shit is good.
I only had one bite and already it's 10 times better than what's the other place? I don't even remember what it's called.
Custard.
Water ice for the win.
We decided that we needed to get some fresh air, go outside, and so we took a hike in the woods. There's a beautiful park nearby called Wissahickons Creek State Park.
It was immersive. It was beautiful.
It was an immersive experience. It was an incredible immersive experience, and I want to tell you, it was beautifully curated. They
By who?
nailed the woods. Like they
Gad?
got the woods right. When you grow up on the West Coast, and I'm doing another flashback, we hear about all these woods on the East Coast and these kids getting lost in the woods, and it's like, wow, like these are woods you can get lost in. In California, you can't get too lost in the woods because there's not a lot of growth. There's growth. You couldn't walk through the trees. There's so much growth.
Yeah.
And they nailed it. Like, they had this huge outdoor space that they just covered. Like it was.
Just think about the
acres.
manpower of putting all those
Yeah.
trees and like attaching every single one of those leaves.
And all the greenery, and they got so much greenery around. What was that place called?
Could we argue that
Wissahickon
maybe
Creek
God's
State
not a
Park.
dick because he created the woods?
Yeah, God
Well-
did a good job with the woods, but he is a dick. No, he's a dick because the whole time, the entire time, Erin's saying, "Don't touch anything, you're gonna get ticks." And I'm like, "How could I get a tick? You can feel it." And she's like, "You can't feel it. They're like nature's ninjas, and they
Wait.
get on you and they suck your they
Wait,
latch
wait,
on
wait,
you."
wait.
It was awful.
Is God a tick?
God's a tick.
Oh my God,
God
we
might
need
be
to
a
update
tick.
the
He
shirt.
sneaks up on you and burrows in and then infects you.
We're
And
just
it
gonna
sucks your blood, and
X
God
out
sucks
the
your
D on
blood.
David's shirt. God is a tick, you son of a.
God's a tick.
Well, what can I say?
But it was beautiful, and it
And what did we ended up at a really bizarre attraction.
roll the tape.
This is the cave of Kelpius. He was a monk of the Monks of the Ridge, and this is the cave where he used to meditate in. We gave David all the places in Philadelphia where he could visit, and this is the one he chose. Which proves
Whoa!
I built it in 1708. You know what? Can I just say one thing? It's so stupid that I built it to meditate in there because the woods around are so nice. It would be better to sit on a bench and meditate in the woods than in that.
Wait,
hole.
you built it in the year that you died?
I built it
Or did you build it
in 1694.
something
Yeah.
like that?
That's when I built. You know what? It's been a while. Okay.
That has been a while.
Let me see what's in here. Looks like just a dark hole.
Wow.
There was a cave into the mountain. What the was that all about?
Yeah, David just wants to do a religion tour now. He wants to visit all the sacred sites of the world.
Well, I really wanted to go see this place because it's called Kelbo's Cave. What's it called?
Cave of Kelpius.
The
Kelpius.
Cave of Kelpius. And in pictures, it looks amazing. And I thought it was a cave that went somewhere. But
Well,
you'll
you
see
didn't go
the
in
tape.
deep anyway.
Yeah, I did.
It's like
Guys
a
will see.
hookup room. It's like a
Yeah.
he invites another priest back. It's like, hey, do you just want to go to my cave?
I don't think you're kidding.
And then they
actually.
explore each other's caves.
I think you might because he was a religious man, so he's doing something weird. And I think you might be
It
right.
was for meditation
Yes.
and rest and
he,
prayer.
Okay, it's a perfect place to meditate in the woods. Yet he needs a cave to meditate, and then he put a door on it, and he invited altar boys there to meditate with him. What do you think happened when he closed the door? Hey, yo, whoa!
We're here at the Philadelphia Museum of Art with David and Nathan. Hey, Nathan!
Yeah.
What? David? What? Oh.
We also got to check out a really famous landmark in Philly, which is the Philadelphia Museum of Art.
It's not the Philadelphia Museum of Art. It's the Philadelphia Museum of Fart.
Which was made very famous by a certain movie. I'm going to leave that up to Nathan, our
The
movie expert.
Oscar winning for best screenplay film, and I think it won best film in
Did it really?
1976. Was it 76? Rocky, starring Sylvester Stallone, written and starring Sylvester Stallone.
Never heard of it. Who is that?
And there's the famous scene where Rocky runs up the rock, what are known now as the Rocky Steps, which are the steps to the art museum.
So David ran to the top and collapsed in exhaustion.
I will say in my defense, it was 3-digit heat. We did it. We did the this like the tourists do, and we did the this like the tourists do. Da-na-na. Right, Nathan? Da-na-na.
We did.
Da-na-na. Nathan's into it. I will say we went to the Rocky statue, and it's so awesome because we get there and there's these Germans and they go up, oh, da, 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 and then they pose and they do this, hey, ya, da, da, da. And then French people were next and they go up and they pose and they do the same thing with the thumbs up. Yes, America, it is wonderful. And even the little girl, I am so happy to be in America. Yes, Rocky. It was really funny.
And then we explored the art museum area. And there's like the Schuylkill River's there. There's a little waterfall. There's Boathouse Row where people do all of the rowing.
There was a man in a toupee.
Oh, and Nathan didn't point him out to us.
I just didn't want to point at him.
We're here to see the sights, Nathan.
You're right. It's a good point.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Isn't it? Isn't it?
So we came home and we meditated for 3 hours straight to prepare for this experience that we had been planning for for months and months, and that was to have the ultimate 75-course mukbang at none other than Urban Village in Northern Liberties, Philadelphia. We happen to know executive chef Christopher Davis, and he pulled out all the stops for us. You got to check out.
He pulled out?
Erin, are you ready for the Urban Village mukbang experience?
I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. I'm very, very hungry. I'm very excited for the assortment of food that's about to come out.
Today I can't eat any gluten. I can't eat any carbs or fat. I have to, and my max for today is 300 calories for this meal.
How am I supposed to do a 75-course tasting?
I don't know.
Alright. I'll make it work.
And I have one more thing to tell you.
Okay.
All of that was a complete lie. I want everything you have.
Alright, that's what that was.
Everything.
Are you ready for the Urban Village experience?
I am. I'm pre-gaming with my kombucha. It's good. It tastes alcoholic, but it's not. And kombucha is good because it gets your digestion going. And in my sport of eating, you gotta get your digestion going. I'm not quite the champ that Erin is. She did something else to mukbang. Bring the mucks. We're gonna bang them.
This is a beet salad, sherry roasted beets with whipped ricotta, shaved asparagus and market greens, pickled cabbage, toasted almonds, and this is a balsamic brown sugar vinaigrette. This right here is a tomato and avocado salad, also with a little bit of whipped ricotta on the bottom, pickled onions, and this is a basil and lemon vinaigrette. This right here is a spinach salad with citron vinaigrette, deep fried chickpeas, cherry tomatoes, and these yellow things on the plate. It's pickled fennel.
All right, so we're in the middle of course one. These are the salads, and everything is super fresh.
He's so good at pairing all the different herbs and everything, like every bite. That's what I like about Christopher Davis' food. There's a surprise in every bite. Every bite is a flavor, a new flavor.
This is a prosciutto and melon salad. So this melon is compressed with a little bit of lime juice and lemon juice.
Ooh.
Prosciutto is deep fried briefly, so it's nice and crispy, and there's a little bit of raspberry jam on the bottom. This is a burrata salad with zesty Italian vinaigrette, shaved cucumbers, some greens, some breadcrumb on top. This is a house-made sriracha sauce on this cauliflower. So the cauliflower gets deep fried for about a minute and then tossed with sriracha sauce. Blistered shishito peppers dusted with nutritional yeast, a little bit of buttermilk ranch.
So we were yumming over every bite. Like all
Shouldn't
three
you
of
wait
us.
until we're done with the meal to decide that for
I'm
sure?
gonna tell you again.
Course number 2, right here.
Course number
No,
2.
This is still the first course.
Oh, really?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
really?
Yeah, this is called the fresh produce patch course.
So far, we've been cleaning the plates, and I think we just need to be mindful that this is only part one of the first course. So take it slow. Let our stomachs expand slowly. Pace yourself.
I can't resist though.
Nothing but balls here.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I love
Oh
balls.
my god.
Okay, so right here. So these are called croquettes. They're rice balls, and they're filled with sweet corn and chipotle peppers. There's some Spanish chorizo and some ricotta salada, and a little bit of manchego cheese sauce on the bottom. These are called chubbies. They're a staple on our menu. So this is actually a bagel recipe that I fucked up and threw in the deep fryer.
Oh, wow.
And so they're just little fried balls of dough, and they're covered with an everything spice. On the bottom here, this yellow stuff is a house-made beer mustard. And these are just meatballs with some basil pesto. Applewood smoked trout, and there's pickled peppers, and some roasted garlic aioli in it. This is our house-made sourdough pita chip.
We are mostly done with the ball course, and I think we're starting to get a little full. I feel a little bit more like an amateur, like I ate too much of the earlier courses. Like, who does that during a mukbang? You gotta space it out.
She's a pussy. She can't take it. We are trying to pace ourselves and we can't. Like, we just shove the food in our mouth and we're not even chewing.
See, I've just been training for years, just like stuffing myself silly, meal after meal after meal, just to prepare for this.
For this moment
Doing
here.
very well.
Yeah.
Okay, so fried chicken sandwich with onions and buttermilk dill sauce, and this is a pulled pork sandwich with fermented cabbage and peaches.
Nice.
This is actually our vegan burger, rice and chickpea patty with like a vegan horseradish mayonnaise, some balsamic, and these are ricotta gnocchis, Spanish chorizo, sweet corn, cherry tomatoes, and zucchini.
Urban Village was, I think as we were leaving, I said it was the best day of my life. And I think I stand by that.
It would have been the best day of my life if we stayed a little bit longer. I didn't feel sick when we left. I didn't feel gorged. I felt full.
Yeah, Chris did say that he only gave us half the menu. So
Right.
the entire other half of
he
menu.
should have told us he gave us 3/4 of the menu or all of the menu, so our expectations were kind of thrown there. Half?
We ate
Half?
almost everything that was brought out, and
That's true.
I don't know, like there was like a dozen plates that were brought out that were toppling
Listen.
over with food. And every time we were like, okay, let's like stop so we can move on to another plate, we would scrape the leftovers of that plate into a big box.
Scrape it.
So there was like a heaping pile of just random food in this to-go box that we went home with. And the
Yeah.
second we got home, we all opened it up and
We
ate
just
everything.
we just opened it and shoved our faces in it next to each other
Listen.
like pigs to a trough.
This is such a testament to what a good cook Chris is. We ran out of room in the box, so everything's just on top of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got home, and it was like 3 hours later that we ate it.
Yeah.
It was so good. Everything was mixed together, and it was so good.
Yeah, it was all mashed together.
Yeah.
It wasn't hot anymore, and it was so good. And you made a comment that you didn't make while we were there that I feel like you should share with our audience. It was a violent act you wanted to commit towards the chef.
Dude, Chris. Okay, I'm gonna put my cup down for this.
Whoa! We're putting our mugs down.
I'm such a huge fan of Chris Davis's, and I think I'm in love with him. And everything was so good. I should have just. It's a big place. I should have just ran down the hall and just like slapped him at full force as hard as I could. Like just smacked him right in the face.
And that would show him how much you enjoyed the meal.
That is the greatest honor a chef can receive from
Michelin stars.
Yeah, that's better than
Or
Michelin
slaps
stars.
across the face
Ask
from
him,
David.
call him right now and ask him, would you rather receive a Michelin star or would you rather David just run at you and slap you as hard as he can? I guarantee you he'll say the slap.
He probably would. He probably would.
It was good. They already saw the tape, right? We gorged ourselves on what the equivalent of like 3 meals would be each about.
Probably.
And we still felt okay. Like we
Yeah.
didn't feel like that feeling that you get when you go to like
When we had
TGI
too many
Fridays.
Pats and Genos.
Yeah, when we had too many
Yes.
Pasadenos, we were
Yeah.
waddling there. I was ready for more. And the desserts at
And
that
he
place
sent us
are good,
home with
too.
dessert too.
Like a two gentlemen.
And we also got, before we left, we got a tour of the brewery, which was really cool too. To
Yeah,
see
so
how they made all the beer.
Yeah, they brew all their beer, and I guess all the liquor at the bar is from Pennsylvania. So it's a
Yeah.
very local experience.
It's been fun doing this entire week-long production with a 15-month-old baby.
Fun?
Oh,
Challenging?
Challenging? I felt like we needed this to be more challenging because not only did we not have a camera crew and we had to shoot everything ourselves and make sure like we got to every place and knew where everything, like times things were open, but we also had to navigate like making sure a toddler was happy and fed and healthy throughout the entire thing in
Dude.
100-degree heat plus humidity. So it was
Yeah,
quite an adventure.
a toddler who decided not to sleep some nights too. So
Yeah.
it's
Can I-
been
She's
wonderful.
just excited because Uncle Dave is here.
But can I comment on it for the viewers and
Yes,
listeners?
please.
If you've ever hung out with parents of a 15-month-old, like I forget, and we would be planning out our day, and Erin and Nathan would say like, we can go to this place or this place, and I'm like, why don't we just go to that place and swing by the other place? And Nathan's like, David, we have literally 27 minutes where she'll be asleep, and if we don't hit the exact moment, we're fucked. And it's like, oh yeah, that's right. Like it is time, and she lets
Yeah.
you know. Like we're on the road doing stuff, and she's nope. The switch turns off, and we're done, and
Yep.
we better get back. And Erin has this look of terror on her face, and Nathan just clenches the steering wheel harder, and he's like, just everybody, we're on our way. And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm having PTSD.
But it's like you don't swing by anything. You have a set schedule, and that girl is the boss.
Although after the visit to Urban Village, we did swing by the Pizza Museum.
The first
The
and
Pizza
only
Museum.
national pizza museum in America.
pizza boxes are pretty awesome. We have all these Star Wars pizza boxes. And then back here, we actually have a Joey pizza box from the spin-off from Friends.
And on the way back from that, we were all like, we're tired, but we couldn't not stop at this famous house. David, where did we stop?
We're outside Edgar Allan Poe's house when he lived in Philadelphia. And the Raven is really cool. There's ravens that live near my house, and I'm trying to make friends with them, but they won't come near me. All the other birds, I leave food out for them, they eat it, but the ravens won't eat it for some reason, and it's sad. It was not amazing.
It's just a house.
Really cool.
But the Raven statue was really cool, and there's a mural of him behind the house that's beautiful.
Yeah.
When we go places, I'm very aware that we're not in LA anymore because people aren't on in Philadelphia. People are just being people.
Yeah.
And in LA, wherever you go, they're actually out-of-work actors. So everybody's on.
It's true.
It's true, actually.
Even the kids at the Water Ice place, they were really nice. And then there was a young man. He looked like he could be an actor in LA. And I literally said to him, I go, hey, would you guys be cool if we interviewed you on camera? He immediately moved back and he put his head down. He's like, no. And he pointed to the girl and the girl's like, interview? What are you talking about? And
People aren't used to that here.
Yeah. And then she goes, our manager will be here in a minute. And I go, no, can we interview you? And they were like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And we're like, it's okay, don't worry about it. And she goes, no, our manager will be here. Like, they wanted to help us, but they were just like, interview us on camera? What are you talking about? What's a camera? Stupid. I'm going to get my batteries and throw them at you. No, they were
like, all I know is water ice.
Water ice. Say, oh, way.
So one night we got a babysitter and we decided to paint the town red. We're going to go out and live life as 3 adults in Philadelphia. And we went to a concert. At the Vox Populi Gallery.
It was my cousin. Her music project called Flung.
Flung.
Yes. And it was really funky, experimental, cool music. We had a good time. David taught me some cool dance moves.
I felt like a hipster.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, Nathan bought all the merch. He bought a shirt. He bought cassette tapes. That's right.
A cassette tape. And I'm all, what's a tape?
They're coming back. They're as big as records soon.
And I have
I'm
to
all,
say,
yeah, no.
because this is the daughter of a former Friendcast guest. If you remember Pramila Jayapal, Congresswoman we interviewed back in the spring of 2020, this is Pramila's daughter. It was a very, very fun night. We pre-gamed, of course, with some food. We went to a local place up the street called La Chinesca, and it's like a Mexican, Chinese, Asian fusion place. It was like
Asian
very, very like
fusion.
trendy, cool, hip, and we got some pretty tasty food there.
I've been really, what's the word, disappointed and screwed over on this trip.
Okay.
Because I approached Flung to be a backup dancer, and then I approached Christopher Davis at Urban Village to be a pastry chef, and he made it seem like I had the job. Would you be interested in hiring on an apprentice pastry chef to work under you? And to really? What do I got to do? What do I got to do to get the job?
Fill out an app.
Really? And then when I said I was serious, he's like, no, what are you? Hey, Bachagolo, hey, somebody get my throwing battery.
David, those are such divergent career paths. It makes me wonder if you're serious about either of them.
I'm very serious. I'm a what's the generation now? What is this generation?
Millennial?
I'm a millennial.
Yeah,
We do what we want when
Gen
we
Z.
want to.
Oh, Gen Z. You're Gen Z.
I'm Gen Z. You're so millennial. Yeah, no.
Now we're going to kind of stray from our Philadelphia schedule a little bit. We had the opportunity to do a virtual chat with Emily von Edmondson. We've talked about her a number of times because she did the impossible. This must be in the Guinness Book of World Records. She started less than a year ago at episode 1 of the Unimaginary Friendcast and listened in order from start to finish every single episode until now in less than a year. I don't know how many hours of content that was, but we had a lot of questions for her. And we finally got to nail her down and chat with her. And this is what happened. So what was that whole experience like? Did you want to give up at certain points?
No.
That would be approximately 350 hours. wouldn't it?
Approximately
No,
I would say
'cause some of
300 to 400 hours.
The reason I started is that I remember back whenever you guys started, Grandma said that it was so nice listening because even though you guys were across the country, she felt like she was closer to you and that she was keeping in touch with you. After the pandemic and going so long without seeing everybody, I thought I should do that. I have the time and I feel like I need to get to know Erin and Nathan better. And then I found out that they weren't even the best part.
Whoa! There's a contention for who's the biggest fan now. Emily threw down the gauntlet, threw it down. She like took her glove off her hand and slapped my mom across the face with it.
East Coast drama.
I'm your number one fan, Grandma.
Ooh.
So wait a minute. Yeah, you're in contention with your own grandmother for that spot, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, shots were fired.
She was Will Smith and Nancy Von Edmonds was Chris Rock, and she literally got up on stage at the Oscar and slapped her.
I'm probably the only podcaster who can say their biggest fan is their mom or their niece.
Wait a minute. One could argue that since Nancy was there from the beginning and she stuck it out when it started, and Emily's like, yeah, no, I don't know. And then later on, she's like, you know what? All right, I'll die. So, like, Nancy might have the edge.
Ooh, I don't know.
What I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to go in depth and explain in the most descriptive words you can why I'm so much better than they are.
David says what I want to say about everything. So, Nathan, I learned that you were basically the male version of your mother. And that made me so happy. You can just really see things from all points of view, and I do the same thing. You're very reasonable. You think things through. So, Erin, I don't want to say it was a surprise, but something that I didn't know about you was how adamant you are about the evidence-based ideas, which I really appreciate.
One thing I will say, so the last time I saw Emily, which was a few weeks ago, we had literally nothing to talk about because Emily knows every single thing about me. And everything I was about to say about anything, she already knew before I was going to say it. So
Because it was
I
your
don't know
news.
if this has just destroyed our relationship moving forward. Emily is smart. She's a physician's assistant. She's not just some dummy who's listening
Like
to
the
our
rest of our...
podcast.
Oh, wait, what? I mean, I think you graduated first in your class, right?
Yeah, and you graduated second.
See?
In your face, Nathan.
She was able to look at this like as a smart person. Like, is this a good show? Like, are we good hosts? And she let us have it. She was very honest.
Yeah.
I appreciate her.
And I also give her some money as my niece, so...
How much? Wait, how much?
It's okay.
Well, I was going to say she's smart and she likes us. That says something, doesn't it? So have you liked any of the changes we've made as we've gone on?
Oh, yeah. You guys were a mess at first. And then it became much more organized. I'm like, okay, next they're gonna do the introductions, and then they're gonna talk about the topic, and then they're gonna do the breaking. Like,
So you prefer that then? You prefer
because I knew what to expect.
Do you miss us improvise singing the introduction?
No.
But I might come out ahead because when you listen to what they say, I'm not gonna.
Shut up, David.
Grandma was right. You guys were mean to him at first.
See?
It's surprising because it's whenever there's a group of three, it's like so easy to want to like buddy up with somebody and become like the alphas so that the other person can't bully.
Well, I think that it took a while to like understand David. Oh. Period. That's my whole sentence.
That's a good point.
I think that's fair. Sometimes, no, and I can't say that I wouldn't have done the same thing because whenever I have an opinion about something or I feel a way about something and then someone's just being ridiculous and they're talking, even if it's just to be ridiculous, and I would get pretty pissed off too.
But let me ask you this. Would you want me to dial it back on the podcast?
No.
See?
Uncle Monster.
That's right.
You're like a part of the family now.
Thank you.
I think the Edmondsons like David better than I like both of us.
I know, right?
That's the only reason they keep us around.
My favorite solution that you guys came up with was how to solve war. And that was to airdrop kittens.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah, you guys came up with it.
I know, right?
Instead of a favorite episode, my favorite types of episodes were the ones where you just gave random facts that were completely irrelevant to everybody's lives, and it was just really fun to listen to. My least favorite episode was the Christmas Carol episode. I didn't realize what was happening at first. I'm like, when are they gonna start talking? And then I'm like, I can't. I hate Christmas music, and this is even worse.
Semi-celebrity slap fight.
We also had a surprise visitor that we haven't seen since December.
Santa baby coming down the chimney tonight. All right.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Oh, holy night, the sky is filled with
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells sing and jingle bells swing.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
What'd you give me?
Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. I am a poor boy too. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
I'm out of drink.
We should do another Christmas Carol episode.
Yeah, we should.
I missed that.
Yeah. Christmas in July.
Wait, did you ever do the cake report for my cake? You really didn't talk about my wedding, and I don't get it.
In honor of Emily, who survived a year of listening to our podcast straight, we have a surprise for you. Back in September of 2021, Emily and Josh, who you saw in the video, got married. And we cake reported their wedding cake. And we're going to show you right now.
Let's take a look.
Now, hit play.
We're at the Wilkinson Edmondson wedding.
Edmondson wedding.
Looks like this cake is white.
It's like white cake.
White flavor.
It's like white flavor.
I'm gonna do a little bit of the frosting and a little bit of the cake. Ready? Delightful textures, almondy, a little nutty. Not too sweet. It's good. Solid.
Almondy seems to be the word on the street. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, almondy. It's good, smooth. I like the icing. Give me vanilla all day.
There you have it. Okay, so I am like not a vanilla cake person, but cheers to your cake. And I heard after the fact that there was supposed to be jam in it, and I'm happy there wasn't, because I might have had to be a little more harsh.
It was kind of uncool that I didn't get any cake, but...
Oh, you know what? I imagine at their year anniversary, they'll unfreeze part of it if they followed that tradition. So you should drop by their house on their anniversry and just eat some of their wedding.
We should just make a trip over there and knock on the door. Don't even tell them we're coming, just knock on the door.
Is the cake unfrozen?
You better unfreeze that fucking cake. You don't know how much we appreciate you listening. Like, we're just so... What's the word? Thrilled? We're
thrilled.
It was fun to hear your updates throughout the journey. Like, you would send us texts or, group messages. So it was fun to hear where you were at and just reminding us of things that we forgot. I guess thank you. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. But we're so happy that you survived and you're still here with us.
Human beings are like cockroaches. I got 7 like kitchen floor fighting over a lima bean.
That was 300 episodes.
It was
300 episodes.
So how do you feel?
That's a lot. I feel
300 episodes. How do you feel?
I feel accomplished and I feel hungry.
I was about to say that. We ate a lot of food. I can't wait to think of where we're going to go next to eat.
Yeah.
We're at the Pierogi kitchen. We just ordered 2 pierogies, classic potato cheddar, and a cheesesteak pierogi. We'll see which one's better. Hey.
We got them.
Stuga.
Hot.
It's cheesesteak inside a pierogi. Okay.
Nathan?
Don't bother me. I'm eating.
And then we went to a place called Old City where they have things that I've never heard of. Schmibberty Bell. I've never heard of a Schmibberty Bell.
How did it get that crack?
I know. Why did they get a new one? Yeah, no.
I used to portray Thomas Jefferson here. One time when I was in this building portraying Thomas Jefferson, I forgot my lines. Then I remembered them, but I almost had an anxiety attack. Oh, wait, there was one last mukbang we missed.
There was. It was our final breakfast.
Let's watch it now. First of all, the venue is really nice. Like, we're outdoors in Pennsylvania, and it's supposed to be 100 degrees, but it's beautiful. It's like this patio.
Ooh, look at that garden.
Kitchen. The garden is beautiful.
Wow.
It looks like all local plants. The smell. Look at the geometric pattern that the chef made. It's really good. It tastes really simple and perfect. It's exquisite. That's the mark of a true culinary genius.
All right.
That was good. You know what the only problem with that meal was?
What?
What's that?
What do you think it
There
was?
wasn't enough.
There
of
wasn't
it.
enough. I want to shove
We
food in
had
my mouth
to give
until I pass
some
out.
food to the baby. We
Baby,
had to feed the baby.
that baby is
I
inching
know.
into my territory.
I
I
know.
tell
David,
ya.
how do you feel? 300 episodes.
Yeah.
I feel good and I like it and I feel accomplished. I feel like we've done something. I feel like we need to get paid, yo, for it.
Hey, our patrons, I raise
Yeah.
my glass to you again. Actually, we should all raise our glasses. Thank you so much for your
I'm trying to
support.
drink out of my microphone.
Thank you for your support and bringing us all together. We were able to also get this really sweet merch, which we will eventually
God,
have
gorgeous.
available for you all.
And we were able to bring David to Philadelphia.
Yes, so cheers to you all. You all are our true Gold Star winners.
From here.
But
Point to where the gold star's coming
we do
from.
have to really quick run up the street and give our actual Gold Star out. So hang on
Oh,
one
okay.
second.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere.
We found the best cheesesteak, at least that we tried in Philadelphia. So we're gonna go deliver this, hand deliver this to our Gold Star winner. What are we gonna do with that?
We're going to put a cheesesteak in it. We're going to give a Philly taco to our Gold Star winner, which is a Jim's cheesesteak wrapped in a Lorenzo's slice of pizza.
Let's go.
What's happening?
We're gonna go deliver the Gold Star for the 300th episode, and the winner is not expecting us, so it's a big surprise.
It's the Southside Sushi slap fight.
It's a Philly taco.
Oh, it's a Philly tuna taco.
Erin's bouncing it on her butt cheeks.
Normally we would send a plaque, but we felt like this was more appropriate.
But you can't eat a plaque.
Get up there, David.
Hello, Christopher Davis.
Christopher Davis?
We'd like to inform you that you've won the Gold Star this week of the Unimaginary Friendcast, and we have the grand prize.
Ooh, what is it?
This is a Philly taco. So you're supposed to wrap the slice of Lorenzo pizza around the Jim's cheesesteak.
Speech, acceptance speech.
Gold Star, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
You earned it.
I don't even know what to say. Because I know who usually achieves these gold stars. And it's nobody like me.
So you earned this one, kid.
Oh God, I'm so proud.
You're our hero. You're the hero.
Yeah.
So do I have to eat this fucking thing now?
Hey, wacky. Look at that.
Oh my
300
God.
episodes. Come on, people. Where's the end? Is it ever going to end? Is it ever
What a
gonna
positive
end?
note to end the show.
It's called a
on.
life sentence.
Oh, thank you.
This is me and my twin daughter.
Get matching haircuts.
Thank you all so much for your support and for watching and for continuing to watch and for being our patrons and allowing this amazing, fun week in Philly to happen.
Okay, everybody, let's take it out. Give me a B is for the billion things you gave me. I is for the little things you gave me. T is for the tons of things you gave me. C is for the cute things you gave me. H is for the 100 things you gave me. Put them all together, they spell just exactly what you are, 'cause you're a
bitch.
The Unimaginary Friendcast. Look at all these are badges of police officers I slept with over the years here in Philly. Hey, yo, whoa, hey.